The toughest monster truck tour heads to its fourth stop, Youngstown, Ohio, at the beautiful Covelli Center, where 6 of the top monster trucks do battle this weekend in an all-out throwdown. And who better to summarize the season to date than Ross Bonar, the host of the toughest monster truck tour and host of TMBTV, the original series. Ross, it's great to have you here in Youngstown.
Hey, it's fun to be on ActionTracks, so this is almost a little weird for me, being the guy on the microphone here, but then getting interviewed on TMBTV, but it's fun. Hey, great coverage coming your way. Toughest monster truck tour has been wild in 2016.
We're certainly looking forward to kicking off the season on ActionTracks with the toughest monster truck tour, so we expect some big things, and I think these guys are going to really come through. Why don't you summarize what's happened so far in the season on the toughest monster truck tour?
Well, look, let's be honest. The last few years on the toughest monster truck tour, it's been kind of a Bigfoot show. And when you have a guy like Dan Runte, a legend of monster trucks driving, that's what you're going to get. Because, you know, he is the toughest. He's shown it. But someone's got to knock him off. And this year, the competition level is insane. You've got Aaron Kane with Quad Chaos. You got Derick Anson with Heavy Hitter. And we're starting to see a true rivalry between Heavy Hitter and Bigfoot. It's that old Chevy-Ford rivalry. And coming into the weekend, a 4-point difference between Bigfoot and Heavy Hitter. So the stakes are high in Youngstown this weekend.
Only 4 points. That's a couple points in freestyle, and what, less than a round of racing?
Yep, it's right in there because we could see the lead change just in the first competition of the weekend. But don't count out some of the other guys. Aaron Kane in Quad Chaos, he was runner-up in points last year. He's third coming into the weekend, and he's still got just as big a shot as both these guys. So if they falter at all, we could see a 3 or 4 truck race for this championship this year.
What do you see the rest of the tour looking like at this point?
Well, again, more Bigfoot versus Heavy Hitter, but you know the big news recently, Dan Runte, legendary driver, going to be hanging up the helmet here after this year and only going to maybe some one-off events. So for him, it's 4 in a row, the drive for 5, and can he go out on top with a championship? So lots of great storylines.
A man with as many championships as Dan Runte in top-notch equipment and a top-notch driver. You can bet he's really going to be trying here in the Covelli Center and on the rest of the tour this year. We've got a lot of great action coming up, so stay tuned. Here we go. First up, it's a brand new truck for the toughest monster truck tour, Dawg Pound, with Vern House. The teammate truck, Heavy Hitter, Derick Anson. Quad Chaos with Aaron Kane, a wild ride and second in the points last year. Jamie Garner in the beautiful overboard truck. Dirt Crew driven by Jerry Beck. And driving for 5, Dan Runte, Bigfoot, going for that 5th championship. Kicking it off with the wheelie competition. We're getting straight into it. Up first, it's Dirt Crew. Planting the tailgate on that dirt mogul, setting up a great start for the wheelie competition. Can he back it up? Solid little walker there. A nice run, a good way to start the competition. Kicking it off with a 15. Here comes Dan Runte in the brand new Bigfoot 21 truck. Runte has been superb in this truck, and the truck just is so stable, and Runte always under control. Can he break it loose and make it look out of control for the wheelie competition? In the end, probably not what he's looking for, and the score will reflect that. Only a 12 as he heads back to the pits. Next up, it's Derick Anson and Heavy Hitter. We talked to him earlier.
Man, a lot of bad luck and a lot of crazy saves and a lot of good luck. I'm running hard, you know what I mean, trying to win, so that's where the bad luck comes in, trying to run too hard, but some wow moments.
What's it going to take to keep up with Runte? You're right there.
Just keep doing my wheelies, you know what I mean, and then as long as I make it to the finals and racing, freestyle I'm not worried too much, you know what I mean. I'm last in freestyle again because I won last week, So if you win the next day or the next week, you're last rather, no matter what you draw. So as long as I keep going last, I think I'm fine.
Anson, he's going to see if he can keep the momentum going, and kicks off with a great wheelie attempt. Another spectacular wheelie. A great effort for Anson. We've got an onboard with him. Let's take a look from his point of view. Great wheelies for Anson. The score reflected an 18. He takes the lead. Out next, it's Jamie Garner in overboard. Seemed to be giving away a little bit, and Garner just not able to get what he needed in the wheelie competition. The score only a 7, nowhere near the top. Actually, that'll be the bottom of the heap right now. Right now it's Burnhouse and Dawg Pound. This truck formerly ran as the River Rat. Anson and Burnhouse, teammates, put together this new identity for the toughest monster truck tour in 2016. A solid attempt for Vern, but only an 11. Then there was one, Aaron Kane in Quad Chaos. And based on that first wheelie, he's not going to get it done. Dirt has really given way and made it difficult on the latter competitors in this event. Quad Chaos redeeming himself a little bit on the second hit, but nowhere near the lead. Only a 9. That means with an 18, Heavy Hitter takes the first competition of the night, the wheelie competition, putting more pressure on Dan Runte. We're moving into racing round 1 action in the Covelli Center in Youngstown. We're bringing the first 2 to the line and their team trucks. This is based on a random draw. Dirt Crew versus Quad Chaos. Bragging rights are on the line within the team. We're waiting for green. Chaos opening up the lead just a little bit at the end of the race on this short Chicago-style track. Smoothness and just being precise is going to be the key here in the Covelli Center, and Aaron Kane takes the first victory in Quad Chaos. Our next pair coming to the line, Dan Runte and Bigfoot as he faces off against the Dawg. We caught up with Dan Runte.
It's actually been really good. I mean, we've had a few drive shaft issues and some other issues, but we're running the thing harder, so we're going to have that. Out to win another point series. We got 4 in a row. We're looking for 5. That's what we're going to do.
Dawg Pound, Bigfoot, our second race of round number 1. Stage ready to go, waiting for green. Well in control. Last turn to the final straightaway. Runte again opens up the margin of victory and takes the win. Our final pair of round number 1, Heavy Hitter and Overboard. Jamie Gardner's not had the luck he's been looking for this year. Heavy Hitter, he's in the points championship race. He's trying to gain more points on Bigfoot, who can take the victory. Anson with the lead over the second obstacle. Anson swirly coming up the final obstacle, but he gets both front tires up the ramp and takes the win in round number 1. Moving directly into more Toughest Monster Truck Tour racing action. bringing the defending champion Dan Runte and Bigfoot to the line versus Aaron Kane in Quad Chaos. They're staged up and waiting for green. Up on the torque converters. The quad is wide through turn number 1, giving a lead to Dan Runte, and you can't give Runte any space, or he will capitalize as Dan Runte moves straight into the finals. Our fast loser from round number 1 is Burnhouse in the Dawg Pound, and he's got a tough opponent. It's his teammate, Derick Anson in the heavy hitter. These two are staging up. There's a lot on the line for Anson. He needs this victory to keep up with Runte. It's neck and neck. Final turn. One more obstacle to go. Anson pushing wide, but again gets the front tires up the obstacle and takes that victory. He'll be in the finals against Dan Runte. He needs to take that racing victory. He could use those points. Right now, we've got a special feature for you. This is Mike West's Jet Smart Car. A smart car with a helicopter engine strapped in the passenger seat. This thing can burn it down. Back in the Covelli Center, it's finals time. This is for all the racing marbles here tonight, and it's number 1 in the points versus number 2. Runte and Bigfoot versus Anson and Heavy Hitter. It's time to throw down in Youngstown. Even through the first 2 obstacles, Runte, smooth as silk, pilots the Bigfoot truck to the victory here in Youngstown, gaining a few points on Derick Anson in Heavy Hitter. We rode along with Anson in the finals. Smooth through the first turn. Pushing a little wide, not as smooth through the second turn. That's what really cost him, giving the win to Runte.
Tonight, give it up for Dan Runte and Bigfoot.
We've crowned 2 winners tonight in the toughest monster truck tour on the path to being crowned the toughest monster truck in Youngstown. We're moving on to our final event, Freestyle. Out first is Jamie Garner and overboard as he launches the truck towards the rafters of the Covelli Center. Frustrated with the way his year has been going. He's looking to take it out on that truck tonight. Will it hold together for him? Looking good so far. He's trying. He's got some momentum. He's had some big air. Going towards the center obstacle. Straight up and down. But he's hung up. Wisely backing off. Really zings the motor in reverse. He seems to have an issue. He may have toasted that transmission right there. Indeed, that'll be all for Overboard. A solid score out of 20, but out of 40, that should hold up tonight. Out next, it's the brand new Dawg Pound with Burn House. In talking to House and Anson earlier, they really wanted to come out with something a little bit different for the toughest monster truck tour, and they thought, well, this would work perfectly with the heavy hitter theme. Derick Anson, a big fan of bulldogs, so he's got a Dawg Pound here for 2016, and House has been doing a very good job behind the wheel of the truck. Pushing other competitors to the limit, taking some wins, and keeping the truck together. House doing a very good job here so far. Not spectacular, but a good performance. Probably solid enough to take the lead at this point. We're actually getting word that Bigfoot is having some issues with the engine and may not be able to make Freestyle. This could be a huge opportunity for heavy hitters to take the points lead tonight in night one of Youngstown, Ohio, on the toughest monster truck tour. Jerry Beck and the Dirt Crew apparently having some issues as well. He may not be able to make the call. It could be anybody's game here tonight in Freestyle. Major points consequences for those that can't make the call. Very solid effort for Dawg Pound, and the scores reflect that. A 26. I think he's definitely earned the lead in Youngstown tonight. It may not hold up. This is just the guy that could knock him off that first. Aaron Kane and Quad Chaos, second in the points in 2015, and has definitely taken some impressive victories on the tour in 2016. Can he make it happen tonight in Youngstown? He's got 90 seconds to show us. That's one way to impress the judges. Big air off that double stack obstacle. A little reverse, kills momentum, but it's a tight arena here in Youngstown. And so he was aiming for the big obstacle in the center, and can't really knock him too much for trying to get lined up for that, and reverses back and heads back the same direction, using all the big obstacles on the floor to their maximum potential. Risky maneuver, high centered, spectacular though. Will he back up and go around or try it again? Impressive resolve. He hits it harder. Always impressive. It's bad to get hung up on an obstacle, but if you back up and hit it even harder, it's awfully impressive. And Kane is hitting everything hard on the floor out there. Out of shape right now, not really hitting anything. He needs to hit one more big maneuver before calling it quits to emphasize the run, and I think he's got the lead. That looks like that'll be it. Not a strong way to end the run, but the rest of the run was just spectacular, and he's rewarded for that with a 35. We've indeed confirmed that Bigfoot is out with oil pump issues, and Dirt Crew is out as well with mechanical issues, leaving the door wide open for Derick Anson, his heavy hitter. Aaron Kane and Quad Chaos set a strong mark at 35 out of 40 points. Anson has been a freestyle expert this year, taking a number of victories. If anyone can match that, he can, but he's got to get the victory. Anything he scores in freestyle will gain those points, point for point, on Dan Runte in Bigfoot, the current points leader, but maybe not after tonight. Definitely carrying more momentum than the quad, but I don't know that he's doing any of the maneuvers with more extremity than Quad Chaos did. I think the momentum is really going to play in his favor though, as the obstacles on the floor get more feet down. It is harder for the truck to get the lift. Trying a donut, something we didn't see out of Quad Chaos, that could be a good advantage if he can get it to break loose. So rough, a couple attempts, but not quite the donut he was looking for. But to counter it, he launches the truck towards the scoreboard in the Covelli Center. He's getting deep into performance time, and he's still going strong. Seems to have all the momentum at just the right time. This could be in favor of heavy hitter. It'll all be up to the judges. And a tough decision it will be. Anson getting a little wild, getting sideways, attacking the obstacle, cross-threading. He's doing everything he can to take the win. That's all for Anson. Is it enough? Yes! Anson takes the victory in freestyle with a 36. That will give him the points championship lead on the toughest monster truck tour. That also makes him night one of Youngstown's toughest monster truck. He's pushing Dan Runte and Bigfoot to the limits. Thanks for joining us on ActionTracks. We'll see you soon.